Everyone, finish reading the next issue of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers The Return, Issue 2. The villains are celebrating a victory over the Rangers. They've managed to kill Zordon and Alpha. Zordon, alright, but Alpha? How do you kill Alpha? It seems like the worst that could happen is he'd get dismantled. And how did they manage to kill Zordon? He's not even on Earth, or even possibly in this realm of existence. If his tube is damaged, he can't transmit messages, but he's still alive. Maybe in this comics continuity, he actually is in the tube, physically, like in the 95 movie. The Rangers have developed a special new weapon, a Benevolator. It's a bomb, but instead of destruction, it'll release a wave of purifying energy, hopefully reforming all the bad guys. The Rangers lead the Zords in an all-out assault on Rita and Zed's Moon Palace. While they battle through hordes of monsters and putties, Kimberly and Tommy sneak into the palace to plant the Benevolator. Rita catches them and attacks, breaking the device in the process. She's about to strike Tommy, but Kim fires an arrow and stops her. She's shocked when she sees Rita fall down dead. They contact Billy about the Benevolator. He tells them there's a secondary initiation switch, but it may kill whoever is in the immediate vicinity. Tommy tells Kim he'll set off the device. The Rangers teleport back to Earth without Tommy. We see in the present, Kim is finishing telling the story to Selena. She shows her the pterodactyl morpher, but suddenly, Selena changes into a new form. She's now in a similar outfit to Rita's with her old magic wand. She has long white hair. She's possibly the one who stole Jason's power coin last issue. Kim knocks the morpher out of her hand and picks it up, but before she can morph, Selena knocks her out and takes her morpher. Someone approaches the house. They look around the empty room in disarray. We then see their faces as they call out, "Mom?" The Return is a pretty weird comic. Its entire premise is being a sequel to something that never happened. And what comes next can't really be predicted because of that. This alternate world it sets up is similar but separate from anything that's come before. Some elements are familiar, but we probably won't ever know their full context. The time setting relative to the show seems to be early mid-season 2 of Mighty Morphin. In this reality, I guess the Machine Empire never came. Or maybe they just don't exist at all. What about Master Vile? When the Rangers attack the Moon Palace, we see an army of monsters and putties. Both standard and Z putties. That's unusual. The monsters are mostly Season 1. Madam Woe, Dark Warrior, Genie Monster, Eye Guy, the Minotaur, Pudgy Pig, King Sphinx, Frankenstein, Terror Toad, Gotan, Poluticorn, and Shellshock. Pexter Egg is mentioned, and we see what may be a silhouette of Pexter. Pexter Egg got me thinking. It's just a minor joke here, but why not Tenga eggs? They actually had eggs. Pexter had nothing to do with eggs. Then I realized Rito's not here. He's the one who first brought the Tenga eggs into the show. This comic exists in a bizarre world where the first 2 seasons of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers took place over the course of about 9 or 10 years. In the show, each season is more or less 1 year. Turbo, the 5th season, begins with the Rangers' high school graduation. In those 9 to 10 years in the comic, the original team was always there. No peace conference, no pan-global games, and on top of that, Kimberly and Tommy got married. Tommy also never cut his hair. If this comic timeline matches the show's, this would have been around when Tommy joined a group of Red Rangers to defeat the Machine Empire General Venjix.
I guess this also means he never went to college and met Anton Mercer or Haley and developed an interest in paleontology.
All the Rangers look about the same as they did in 1993. Jason was seen in the show later too. He definitely aged up after 10 years. Trini's niece or cousin or whatever, turns out, was a disguise. She was actually someone. She dresses like Rita and has her staff. It's probably not Scorpina. She was on the moon with the other villains when the Benevolator went off. Could this be the reformed Rita, evil once again? Or could it be this universe's version of Thrax, a child of Rita and Zed that was somehow shielded from a purifying wave? Could it be some new character entirely with no analog to any existing continuity? Selena knocking Kimberly out of her morph was a clever visual. Some readers definitely misunderstood this as a joke, the old old joke of the bad guys stand around and wait for the Rangers to finish morphing. The morphing sequence doesn't exist in the reality of the show, it's for the audience watching. The morph is instantaneous after calling out whatever the magic phrase is. Later seasons of the show, like Dino Fury, had actually long morph sequences that really weren't just for the audiences and were occurring in real time, with the bad guys now quite literally just standing around and waiting. The Dino Fury morph is so long I couldn't even play it in this video without getting hit by copyright bots. The final page reveals yet another twist. Kim and Tommy had a daughter. At least I assumed it's Tommy. She definitely looks a lot like him. This is similar to the beginning of Once and Always, where Min returns home to find her mother gone, though there Billy and Zach were both present. This also reminded me of the end of Return of an Old Friend. Part 1, when we see someone walking into the juice bar, the camera slowly pans up and the person turns around to reveal it's Tommy. I like this one. Really, the only negative is that this comic is yet another incarnation of Mighty Morphin. Early Season 1 Mighty Morphin, despite it being set years later. At least it's doing something unique and creative with it, but I desperately want to see other seasons explored. So that's it for this one. Hope you enjoyed it. See ya.
Go Green Ranger, go!